back at it again. We are actually going to be headed up to a Wizard of Oz festival near Beach Mountain in North Carolina. But first, we are going to go to Greenville and we're gonna grab some lunch, supercharge. Then we're gonna go from there to Asheville, supercharge again, go apple picking, and kind of head our way up there for the day.
Yeah, it should be fun. We've got a lot of elevation gain to pick up. We're going up to the highest, one of the highest places in the eastern US, so we'll be using a ton of range to get up there, and it'll be fun to see how the X handles it. And a little hint of autumn in the air up with those elevations now, so it'll be fun to see.
I'm just going to show you really quickly how we packed the car for the trip. We have our City Select double stroller, pack and play. We put down one of the seats and have a couple of our bags there, pillows, ergo, extra charging cables.
Yeah, so we've got a 5-seat configuration going. Hi, Liam. And then there's, of course, the front trunk as well. There's things in between the seats we've put, but
not too much. We have one more bag here, and then we have costumes for the Wizard of Oz. We're going to dress up just a little bit.
We are en route to Greenville. 70 or so miles left, so about an hour estimated until we get to the Greenville supercharger. And that's where we'll have lunch at Whole Foods and charge for a little bit. I noticed you've got your little shade up.
I do.
We had the sun coming in our face earlier.
Just the angle of the sun this morning was pretty bright, but this does a great job. Probably don't even need it anymore. I just haven't moved it.
We're actually doing pretty well as far as efficiency. 324 watt hours per mile, which is better than rated, but a lot of that has to do with Kim driving very efficiently.
Or slow, as you like to call it.
We don't even need to stop at 2 superchargers with the kids, though. It's just easier to break the trip apart. And the superchargers are en route, so we're just going to stop at 2 of them for a shorter period than one of them for a long time.
I'm like locked between these guys. I can't even go faster.
Well, you're drafting now, so this actually, some Tesla owners say would improve your range by about 10 to 15%.
I would rather have worse range and not be stuck between these guys and get rocks in my windshield.
Yeah. About 2 hours, and you're 3 miles away. There's the flag and the red supercharging symbol, and the kids are starting to get very fussy. The superchargers, what's funny is the range of the car is more than we need, and the supercharging stops are like the rest.
This is what we're typically dealing with. Usually this part gets edited out.
But the supercharging stops come to our rescue. I wish we stopped more, but they definitely get us out of our misery for a minute. So we are pulling in to the Greenville, South Carolina supercharger. Relatively new supercharger as well. Again, outside a Hilton Garden Inn and across the street from Whole Foods. I just dropped the family off at Whole Foods, and we're gonna park into one of these stalls. I'll take the one on the end here. Always fun doing this with, let's see, one hand. We'll see how we do as far as getting the speed of charging that we'd like to get. Look, it's not abused. It's actually intact. These superchargers get tossed around. But there you go. We have the flashing green going again. And we'll see what it says once it starts activating the charging. There you go, pulling all the voltage right there. And the amperage is picking up speed as well. we'll just leave it at 100%. We'll probably leave way before then, so the estimated charge will be high as it is right there. But all we need really is probably 100 miles, not the entire 260 or so that we could get here. But there you go. We'll see how much it should populate it, close to 300 miles per hour, which is what it probably will get to. And I'll walk across the street, grab some lunch, and then we'll be off into the orchard there picking some apples as well. Yeah. Hi, Liam. Hi, what you got? What you got? What you got? We are at Whole Foods grabbing some lunch. What about 30 minutes after I plugged in, I got a notification that I had reached 80%, but by the time we got our food, ate it, and got back to the car, this is about 45 minutes later. Look at that, it's a 70D Virginia license plate, another Virginia plate. This is either debadged or such an early S that doesn't have badging, but we're right here. Let's see how we did. 244 miles. We're pretty much up to 95%. But you'll actually see how everyone's given at least a couple car spaces between one another. That is because you tap into the next person's electricity and slow your rate down if you choose to plug in directly next to someone.
We are in Skytop in North Carolina, and our plan was to pick apples, but the kids are both asleep, so I guess we're just gonna chill and wait for them to wake up and then go.
Looks like we woke one up. We woke both up.
Oh. So much for chilling.
Lasted all of 1 minute. Kids are up, and we are at Skytop Orchard, and it's a beautiful September day. And we're gonna try to pick some apples. Everyone got a short nap, but guess what, Landon? We're gonna be in the car for a long time still after this, so you can get a longer nap if you'd like. And Kim is getting ready. There was a climb to get up here. I don't know how many thousand feet we switchbacked up, but it was quite a bit.
And look. Hey.
Matthew McConaughey.
Alright, there are cars everywhere, so let's hold these kids' hands.
What are you picking, Liam? All the ones off the ground? Look how wormy they are.
We might get something extra in those apples.
Get protein with those apples. Liam, let's try to not pick the ones off the ground, sweetie. Although for your height level, it probably makes total sense. You guys got your apple ciders? Yeah? Were you really sad? You thought you were not going to get it? You guys have a good time?
Is this gonna stay cold forever?
Not forever, but you gotta finish it pretty soon. Alright, hop in, Landon.
Be really careful.
We are at the Asheville Supercharger. We have about 150 miles left, but we're just gonna take a bathroom break here. And so we'll park right here. Give him a space between our car and his.
It's kind of like using the restroom. Okay, we'll leave a space between.
Yes.
All right, Landon, are you having fun? Okay.
We are back at the Asheville outlets. We've been here once before. We're gonna do our Supercharge just enough to go to the bathroom and come back, and that'll give us some nice insurance to get up to our destination charger hotel. And let's see, always curious what kind of Model S's we're looking at. It's a 70. Look at this, Kim. It's not even the D. It's a new Model S, but it's the smallest battery up until recently. Well, we've charged for about 20-25 minutes, went to the restroom, got some coffee, and had about 90%. And that should give us enough juice to climb up several thousand feet to Blowing Rock, North Carolina, which is where our destination charger is. And we'll hang out up there in the mountains in a cabin. And then we'll continue forward tomorrow with our weekend getaway in the mountains.
We are going down a super windy road, downhill.
Yeah, look at that.
And it is
energy
all
consumption
regen.
and then reduction and regenerative braking going downhill.
It's crazy. I was in autopilot. I just took it out because I kind of was starting to feel like I was in a ride at Disneyland. And I was just sitting back and going, woo! And it was just a little too much. I couldn't quite handle it, but it was pretty fun.
And I understand that, I believe, I guess you guys can correct me, but for every 100 feet, is it 100 feet? No, for every 1,000 feet you go up in elevation, there's about a 10% reduction in range. So we should expect. Oh my goodness.
That was insane.
Yeah, look at that. On fire.
Crap. Wow, I've never seen one like that fry.
Wow.
That is why Tesla needs to start making